Pebble here. We are playing some late night poker. There's a few reasons why we're doing this. We'll get into it. I just want to say, I think I said it, didn't I? That's great. We said it like right off bat. Hey, this is who I am. This is what we're doing. We don't do an intro for these games because these games are lobby-based games. We didn't play a lobby-based game today, which we'd like to play every day, or at least 4 days a week. Like Fortnite or this, or games that are sort of competitive type of games. We like to play those. Once a day, I like to play one of those games. I figured out a little formula for myself. It's basically this. Like, the first game I like to play 3 games a day on stream when I'm streaming. I stream 4 days a week. And then I wake up and I figure, give myself a couple hours to, like, I want to exercise, but I hardly ever, I got to stop being lazy. So then, but exercise is tough because we just added plates to I'm a security guard. And on the weekends, we work 3 days a week, right? And I put plates in my vest. And the plates are 7 pounds. There's 2 plates, they both weigh about 3.5 pounds. So that's 7 pounds, and we just started doing that this week. And that is like exercising, because you're walking around, and you're standing there with an extra 7 pounds. And I gotta tell you, I thought it was going to be like, I don't know what I thought. I knew I'd be okay, but like I'm not young like I used to be. When I was younger, I used to constantly be running around. The pandemic kind of hit me hard. I didn't do anything for years, like 3 years. I didn't even, like, I sat in a chair for 2 years, basically. That's where I got into streaming more. But, so the exercise thing we like to do, and then we stream, and we stream like the first game I like to stream is always a chill. I try to make it like a more of like a puzzle game or a chill game, like House of Da Vinci or The Room or something like that. The second game I always like to be like some kind of a fast pace or competitive, or like Mario Kart or something cool like that, where it's like not necessarily where you're playing against other people, but like it could be like a lobby game, but it more of a like a competitive kind of a juiced up game. And then the third game I always like to be like the full stop, the game that like what's a big game right now, and that's what I'll play, you know, either what's a big game right now or what's a big game to me right now, or what's a big, you know. And one of those games is like Chronos. Hogwarts is what we were going to play tonight, but we ended up not playing it. And the lobby has been dead for this game tonight. For this, I don't know what the fucking problem is. It's a goddamn problem with you motherfuckers. No, I don't know. It's been kind of dead. So anyway, here's what we're going to do, folks. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's put our face there. Actually, there we go. Let's do that. Sorry about that. Here we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. Here we go. There you go. Old Van Pebble figures it out. So then what happened to us tonight, and let's get into that a little bit. Actually, let's play this hand. There's a potential straight on the board here. Let's be very careful about what we see. I think somebody's going to think I have the straight. So this is going to be an interesting bet. I don't, but I do think I have the best hand at the table. So by betting that, I'm representing that I have the straight. And somebody might buy it. Like, he's got the 4. Which, of course, I don't. And then they probably think he had it. I don't. I had this, though. And this guy had me beat. He had aces, so that was a beautiful... I see what a smart bet that was. That's why I love this game. That's why I love it. That's why I love the game. I got the rhythm tonight. I realized last week that I don't have rhythm. It was kind of depressing, actually. I thought, you know, you ever just like wake up one day, like in your later years, it's got to be a later years thing. Maybe even if you're 30 and you're like, oh, you woke up and you just go, hey, you know what? I'm not as social as I thought I was. I'm not as handsome as I thought I was. I'm not, like, you look back and you go like, yeah, there's some, I'm just me. I love me and I like who I am, but like, I realized my rhythm sucks. I have horrible rhythms. Terrible. I mean, subjectively, does it suck for what? Like, for this time period, it sucks. Maybe if I was born a little bit earlier, like maybe if I was like, if it was the 1960s, nobody would give a fuck about my rhythm. I definitely feel like when I was born, all the cool shit that was already happening was at its peak. Television was at its when I was a kid, I grew up in 1973. I was born actually in a crossfire hurricane. No, but that song, like the Rolling Stones, like all those bands were like, when I was born, those bands were big, and they were like, music was so evolved by the time I was born. Like when I, was born, and then by the time I was old enough to understand anything. There's a flush on the table. We always come back to the game. That's the thing about Van Pebble. He's not afraid to get back to the game and shut his mouth. And there it is. Uncle Buck. Uncle Buck. Yes. Yes. Game's the most important thing here. Well, that would have been good, a pair of sevens. So yeah, it's just whatever comes to our brain here. We don't have to, I like to keep things together, but it's okay. Oh, but I will continue with this though. Like, when you're like, I don't know, I just realized my rhythm is just not good. Yeah, just not like, I remember as a kid wanting to rap. Like, I mean, this is before Eminem and stuff. I had by the way, I was napping earlier. I was dreaming of Eminem. I had a dream about Eminem. It was like I was like, hey, that's Eminem right there. And I was like, hey, man, if you want to hang out with us, we're doing something. I wanted Eminem to know if he wanted to hang out with me. And then I remember just thinking like, which is always bullshit, but I was like, he's just a regular guy. But then I realized as I was hanging out with him that he wasn't a regular guy. That he was like, had already lived this life that was extravagant. And I realized that like he would never really want to hang out with me or what I was up to because I didn't have a lot of money and I couldn't afford to like, and also I wasn't cool like the people that he knew. I was just like and that's kind of like a very real dream. It's just like, oh god. But it was fine with me. It's like, it's one of the reasons I spend a lot of time by myself because I don't really, it's weird. I think there's a hang up in society. And I think people are getting hip to it now. And I think people have always kind of been hip to it, but they're getting hip to it. There's things that you taught when you're a kid, there's things like, you've always got to be active. You've always get up early. Early bird gets the worm. Like, I'm not an early morning person. Like, I just don't really function well. This is kind of my time. I'm more of a night guy. So this worm is better at night, There's one of the other things that people, say that are like, this is where the chat, if I was talking live to people, chat would be throwing stuff out there. I don't want that. I would rather come up with it myself. But you can come up with it at home. What are some of your... I'm kidding. No, the other things that people, that you put on, that things society puts on you. And I think, and I'm going to continue with the conversation, because I think I definitely have some points to make there. For one thing, it's like the acceptability or the non-acceptability of having friends, being like see, I told you I was there, of understanding like, understanding yourself and understanding like how you function best. And I don't function great around other people. I was born, I'm not trying to bum anybody out right now, but I was born with a low self-esteem. I don't really understand why, but it translates into the way people treat me. I've noticed that people just, when I was, not anymore so much because I'm locked in on myself now, but I don't spend a lot of time around people. And I've noticed now that I'm a security guard, I sometimes will see a lot of, because we have a lot of high schools in our area, so a lot of high school kids will kind of talk to me, and some of them are like in groups will be like, man, you're so cool. But I think it's because I know now I am cool now because I know myself and I spend a lot of time by myself, and that's how I function better alone. But around people, I always felt like it was always like the best looking people and the people that were like always like the most active in like playing trick, the people that were always like doing this to get your attention, taking the attention away from you. There's something about those people that I was attracted to in my life. My friends that I was friends with were always the people that were like, they would take the spotlight away from me. And I noticed that. I just thought it was odd. Let's get back to the game here. It's an interesting conversation from Ben Pebble, but let's get to the game. I see a flush. Oh, no, it's not a flush. But that same guy that almost had the flush wins the hand. And that's not good for Ikebento. Ben Pebble's sitting at 204 mil. That's nice. I'll take that win. The table's kind of mellow. Nobody's really playing hard. Like I was saying, no one's really playing hard, so I was burping. The lobby is moving slow as molasses. I don't know what it is today, but not many people are playing cards today. And I don't know what it is. And I was going to play earlier, so I'm glad we're doing it now. We'll probably end up doing a bonus stream today if we don't get a chance to play much poker. So that's the thing that's interesting is the... and I do like the nighttime streams anyway because it's way more mellow. I like speaking like this. I'd much rather talk in a more relaxing way. You can't really do this all the time. I feel like just the energy of the day kind of, you feel like you're picked up and you're like, da 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 da, you know. So this is good for me, but being alone is a big one. And then the other thing is like girlfriend, boyfriend. Right? That's something they hammer in your head when you're a kid. You like her? In fact, as I was talking about this on a stream earlier, as I even get older now, and it doesn't happen now so much because I don't talk to people. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, back to the table. We have a two-pair here. We have a two-pair. We bet a big 12 milli. Oh, he bets with me. I don't know what he's got. But he's got something. I can't imagine anything larger than a king. Yeah, I don't see anything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6. Maybe he has a straight. No, he doesn't. What was he got? What did he have there? He was going for a straight. Okay, I see what was happening there. But he didn't get it, and that's good for us. We have $319 million. That was a big win for us. The girlfriend-boyfriend thing is one of those things, like I said, I'm glad we can talk now because it's something, it helps me sort of to kind of like, it's therapeutic, you know, to talk about some stuff. And I don't do it all the time. A lot of times the poker game is when I get a chance to talk about stuff. Because we have time to talk. And I like, this is my time to shine, you know, it's other people, it's like... And that's the thing, too, about the social thing. But let's stick to one topic at a time. But when you're around people all the time, that's your time to shine. You know, I never got my time to shine because everybody else talking over me and shit like that. But one thing I've noticed with the boyfriend-girlfriend thing, let's stick to that topic, is people throw you into that. Like, you got to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Are you dating? Who are you dating? Who are you seeing? Are you dating someone? You should date my you know, look at her. You like her? You should date her. I mean, and I never enjoyed that. I never felt like I needed a girlfriend or a boyfriend. The idea of sex is so... I think the word is elusive to me. I just don't care for it. I've said this many times, and I am very attracted to women. I'm not in any way am I attracted to men sexually at all. Guys don't do it for me. I have trouble looking at a guy and going, wow, why would you, even like, there's some guys that go, that's a very good looking guy. I admit, like, I go, that's really, wow, that guy's hot. I can say somebody's hot, but I don't mean like, I don't get a boner. I just go, yeah, that's an attractive person. I know what that is. Those are the people that take the attention away from me. Yeah, I know those people. I remember, like, on that same note with the attention being taken away, where I would be at work, and because somebody was attractive, they would get offered management and stuff. And I would be like, not that, like, I was up for it, but I could think of 5 other people that should be a manager before this girl with the tits. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So, like, the date that always bothered me for a while, and now it like I said, I think people realize, like, this guy just does this thing. And I always tell people, like, when people go, what do you do? I go, I'm a streamer. That kind of sets a boundary right away that I'm a little different. I definitely, when you sit and talk in front of a camera, you're probably not, like, I don't know, it's sort of, for me, I feel like it sets the scene on your personality. Like, oh, you stream, okay, that's different. Most people don't, you know, like, the cool thing about telling people that is most people don't go, oh yeah, I do that, because people love to do exactly what you do, or I've done that. Everybody likes to go, I did that, I did this, I did that. But streaming, not everybody is streamed. That's fun. And that is fun. I've met some kids that stream. I never tell them I stream. I'll see kids on my security job sometimes, and you can tell it's usually like these kids that are like high energy. Like, I saw a couple of these kids that were like real high energy kids. There were like 3 or 4 of them. They were like, yeah, our friend, he's a streamer, man. And I was like, I could tell he probably has a lot of, you know, people, followers. There's like, he has a lot of followers, but I could see the guy and I could see them, and it just, all they did is like ride around on their little scooters all day, and it didn't look like the kind of streaming at all that I would be into or that I would do. So I was just like, I'm not even gonna like act like I have anything in common with these guys. Plus they'll be like, you stream too? What do you stream? And I gotta get into the conversation about games. What games do you stream? Everybody does that. Half of you motherfuckers don't even play games. What do you care? But I usually tell people because it's a good advertisement for the stream. But the girlfriend boyfriend thing, if we can finally get there, I don't know. I just don't care for it. I haven't had that many like girlfriends, you know. I've had sex pretty good. I did pretty good with the sex thing because it was never about girls, and actually a lot of the sex that I had wasn't that good because it was like, it's again this trained thing where you have to court somebody to get sex. And by the time I realized, like, you could just meet people, like, I tried the thing where you just get, back in the day before we had internet, really, like, internet wasn't a big deal for a while because you had to pay for it, and nobody really wanted to pay for it. Dial-up was really slow, and it was stupid. So to meet people, you'd still be on the phone. This is in 2000, right? And so I'm hooking up with girls on the phone, and they're not really that interesting looking to me. I'm sure, I know I'm no prize. That's why I'd rather meet people in public. You could see it right away whether you're attracted to somebody. But, you know, the sex was never that good. It was always me trying to make a move, and you start to feel like a jerky guy. You know what I mean? And I never felt like, I feel better about sex now that I don't have it than I ever did before, because I don't have to try anymore. You know, now if it does happen for me, it would be amazing, because I'm just going to tell the person, this is a sport fuck to me. Not that I don't care. I'll be sensual. We want to be fun, but like, I just want to have fun. Like, I just want to fuck. And this is an adult stream, by the way, so please know that. No kids in here. But as it turns out, I basically just jerk off. I'm my own, but I don't care. And to me, a healthy, they say it's healthy to masturbate, actually. That's what they say. They say it keeps things moving there. And look, I do it. I do it probably when I'm working, there's no jerking off going on. I'm so tired, I just come home. I don't even want, there is a mistake people make with jerking off. And I think it's there is something to losing your chi a little bit. And if you jerk off right before you go to work or something like that, not a good idea. Not. This energy just off. I remember one time I was working as a clerk at a gas station and I jerked off at work. There was no one around. It was a dead time. It was a graveyard shift. And I jerked off. I had so little energy that people were calling me out for it. It was embarrassing. They were like, "You just jerk off?" I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" No. And I was just so like, "What do you mean?" I just had no energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we just won that one. But the girlfriend-boyfriend thing, it's like, it annoys me that you have to, and when you talk to people and they go, and like I said, they don't do it anymore, but for a while people were constantly like, why don't you get a girlfriend? Why do you have a boyfriend? People used to do that with me when I was in my 30s. About my parents. They'd be like, "Do you talk to your parents? Do you talk," like, and then maybe they could tell or something. I don't talk to my parents. I haven't talked to my parents in maybe 20 years. My mom probably, I didn't talk to her for a really long time either, but during the pandemic, people were reaching out to me that had never reached out before. We're going to go on this one. Ace 10. This is interesting. Ace 10. As you can see, I do have a good character. My character is a pirate. She's very cool, very sexy lady. This guy has... I'm not going to give this guy 50 million. Fuck. He's got 666. Whoa, that's a good hand. I would definitely need a straight to beat him. And I would not have gotten it. Good call folding. Big win from that guy, too. That's huge. We lost a little dough there. It is upsetting. The lobby, there's just nobody's playing this tonight for some reason. I don't know why. 3-3 and ace 2. I like my chances here. There's the ace. This is why you play the ace over a 3. I mean, I just feel like... There it is. I mean, just 3-3 is just... I don't blame you for trying to get something going, but like, I'll play ace 2 against 3-3 any day of the week. And I've lost that many times as well. Don't get me wrong, I've lost many times with throwing the aces. I've had ace and I've lost against small pair before, but... Alright, so this guy's betting 75 million. He probably has the queens. You have to respect that, and you've got to fold that. He could have had hearts as well. He could have been going for the flush. This is tough because I've got ace 2. I will fold, though. I've just been getting a lot of aces, and I like playing aces. Wow, people are getting restless. That was a good hand. That was a good hand. Ooh, 60 mil. What a large ante that is. And how's that flop for you? Not good. It's a terrible flop, actually. Oh, 5s. Okay. We got a pair of 5s. We could win this one. There you go. That's a good win. 120 million? That's a very good win. Let's take a look at the lobby real quick. Okay. Yeah, just nobody's playing tonight, really. Queen 9. I'm going to go ahead and play this hand. Ooh, tough one. I can't. Yeah, I can't. Fuck, I lost a big one there. Shouldn't have played that, maybe. Queen 9. You were on the small blind, though. You're on the small blind. I gotta give myself some credit. But so anyway, the thing with people, oh, there's the queens. It hurts you. Yeah, for a while, people were saying to me like, you should talk to your dad, or you talk to your mom, or you should talk to your parents. And people have this, and this is why I'm glad we're talking about this. This is the thing that people, you're conditioned to believe. Like I was looking at Twitter the other day. This is like going to be the same thing we're talking about. It's just a little bit of a smaller scale of it. By the way, back to the game, and we'll get into that in a second here. We have tens here. We have tens. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going all in with tens. I have to go all in because it's so much money just to bet nowadays that let's just see what we got. Now, here's an interesting one. He's got ace-king, but I've got tens here. And there's another 10. Oh, that's great. He's got no shot. And we're now up to $790 million. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have King 10, which is a fantastic hand. But I fold. I will let these two play against. I should have played it. King 10's a great hand. Gosh. But the monkey pushed me away. There's a thing that people do, which is that they push things on you. You know, it's a societal thing. It's what I don't like, really, about people. And they push it on you. You gotta have a girlfriend. You gotta do this. You gotta work hard. Like, not everybody does have to work hard. Really, sometimes the harder you push, the stupider it is for you. Like, I don't know. It's really that's a weird way to go with it, but. There was somebody I saw on Twitter, and they were talking about, oh yeah, here it is. They were tired, and they go, is anybody, no, he was depressed, and they go, anybody to get depressed on Sunday like me? And it was a good, I'm not making fun of it, I thought it was a good tweet. And I go, yeah, you're depressed because you're conditioned to believe that your week is over on a Sunday, or that your fun is over on a Sunday, and that you get ready for the week, man. It's a real drag. And that's what you're conditioned to believe. And part of that is you probably don't like the job you're working. You don't like what you're doing with your life. Or you don't like the people. There's somebody you don't like at work, or somebody that you got to be around, or you just don't like the grind. And all these things is because of the condition that we're conditioned to be a certain way. We're conditioned to go to school and from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock, and then every day, and then you get the weekend off. So we love the weekend. So what do? We enjoy 2 days of the fucking week. That's our happiness. Is basically like you're miserable for 5 days, but you have to be. It's good to be miserable. Being miserable is good. No pain, no gain. You know that thing, no pain, no gain. And I can see why people enjoyed George Carlin, the stand-up comedy guy, because he was kind of, my attitude that I'm showing here is what he would do in comedy. He would kind of expose that. We're going to play Queen Jack, ladies and gentlemen, because that's a good hand for us. Depending on what this guy has, what does he have? I'm going to call that. I don't think... There's no way he has anything great here. What's he got? We have the same thing. Yeah, George Carlin was great because he wasn't just a guy doing gags. He was a guy who was talking. He was kind of saying what I'm saying, but he was finding a lot of humor out of it. And he was like a genius. Like, I would listen to that guy just to hear what he had to say, because he was picking up stuff that I was missing. I mean, I was a kid listening to him. He was a man. He was like my age when I was a kid, you know? And he was saying stuff like, we're conditioned. He wouldn't really so much say we're conditioned, but he would kind of go, we always accept this thing, but why do we? And then he would like make it jokey, of course. I feel like this guy's going to bet. He didn't. But anyway, George Carlin, fantastic. Really? You're all in. I mean, I don't have anything. It would be so foolish of me to press him on that. We're guaranteed top 3 here, which is good. But I'd like to win this. I'd like to win this one. That's nice. I'll take that. And, you know, my parents, you know, I have a weird feeling about my family, which is I don't think the people that you're born with are necessarily people that you have to stick with to the end. Like, sometimes people in your family are just, I don't want to like turn into this whole thing where it's like they're asshole, fucker, prick, motherfucker, you know. I just don't think there's like a chemistry. My family, definitely, I didn't feel a lot of love or chemistry from my family. I felt like the love that you have for a small child, like, oh, he's our kid, isn't he cute? But as I got older, I felt a lot of resentment from my mother. I felt a lot of jealousy from my mom, and my father just didn't give a fuck, really. Like, I just felt like he's like, I don't give a fuck. He went and got another family, basically, later in life. Like, he divorced my mom, and then I didn't talk to him after I was 16. I didn't talk to my dad at all. I'm 50 now, so that's a lot of years. I'm over it. It's all good. But, you know, we weren't... Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, back to the game. 863 million... No, not 800. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is a horrible, terrible. Like, that was just terrible. Alright, we got another game starting. Finally. And we're on a main table here as well, so we're going to try to pay attention to both at the same time. Jack 2... I will call that. Oh, did I just go all in? I did. Ace-7 again versus Ace-9. What an idiot. Why did I do that? I don't have any... I want to play this game. I don't want to lose now. That's okay. Oh, we won. Good, we both won. All right, good. That was so stupid. I gotta be careful. All right, we're on the main table, and we're on a table on the right here. Let's pay attention here. Let's be careful. We're going to fold that right there. Playing heads up on the left. Excuse me. I'm going to call this because it's a 9-5 of hearts is nice. We have queens now. We have queens. And that was a good hand for us. The antes are so high, it's ridiculous. We're hoping to win this one on the left-hand table. This might be it for us. And we could do it, but we didn't. No, we got smeared. By the way, he really did a nice job. Nice comeback on that one. We have 3 5s on the right-hand table. This is a big... We're all in, by the way, with 2-2 on the left table. That's a huge hand. Watch for that one on there. We have 555s on the right. On the left, we lost that, which is unfortunate, the left-hand table, which is our big table, $200 million table, but we did come in second. So it's not like we lost, but we did come in second, which is a little upsetting, but it is what it is. I got 400 mil, which is 200 mil more. I'm happy with it. I'm good with it. Let's continue. Tell you this, I'm digging this table. This is a really good table. I've never seen this table before. Yeah, it's and I think about from time to time nowadays as I'm older. I think about like what life is. You should always be contemplating your life, right? And I'm an analytical guy. I try not to. I think when I was younger, people would tell me like, don't overthink things, But I think they were wrong. I think you should always be constantly thinking about things and why are these things happening. And it helps you get away from situations a lot. Like there's a lot of things to avoid in life that you wouldn't know unless you have conversations with yourself. Check in with yourself. Like I'm not good at just thinking things necessarily. A lot of times what stimulates me is talking it out. It comes out better when I'm speaking. And like I said, if I'm around people, I don't talk as much. So I don't feel like I'm being like really getting the full value out of this whole talking thing around people. I feel like now streaming, that's where I feel like I'm getting the full value from my talking dollar. And I realized it late in life, but at least I realized it like this is what I want to do. This is what I like to do. Things come out of this. Like ideas come out of this. Streams come out. There's times when I have an idea while I'm streaming, and then I'll do a stream based on that idea. Not like an IRL thing, but just like games come out of it. Just cool, fun clips come out of these conversations that we have. So I would have had 2 pair if I would have stayed in this hand. So we got another game keyed up, or is it queued up? I think it's queued up. It looks like key. Queued. It looks like keyed. It looks like queued. Is what it looks like. I love this table. Yeah, it's my parents were they were good at the part where it's like my parents would have been good with cats and dogs, and that's what my parents should have stuck with. I'm not saying they were disastrous. Like I didn't turn out to be they weren't bad people. They just weren't very, they didn't help me become a person or a man. Like, nobody helped me do any of that stuff. And I feel like they could have done a lot more in that department. Like, if I was a parent, I would have, and I've talked before, like, I don't want to be gross, but, like, if I was a parent, by the way, we have a flush. That's a nice win. Pretty sure we were going to get that one. If I had kids, here's where maybe I'm gonna sound gross. At a certain point in their life, I would make sure that they had some money to live their life with. I would either make sure that they were old enough to get it. I would have some kind of a trust fund for them or something. I wouldn't just have them turn 18 and then good luck. And then occasionally give them a card with $20 in it, or $5 or whatever it is. And I'm saying that because life is very, very difficult. We all know that. And realistically, you're just to have a kid is almost irresponsible if you can't financially help them, because they're destined, unless the fates take over, or unless they're an attractive person, because society protects attractive people. I have certain theories right now that I feel, and the attractive person theory is a big one. It said if you're attractive, you have a way better chance in this world than if you're unattractive. People want you to succeed when you're attractive. When you are okay, I'm very blessed to look like I look. I'm blessed. We're working it. We got arms and legs, and I'm not even making jokes. Like, I am blessed. I will never complain about what I've got, but I knew that I wasn't going to be like a host or a hostess at a restaurant. Wouldn't be a hostess anyway, because, well, never mind. That's a whole topic. But anyway, don't say that. No, but looks was never a thing, and I remember there was a guy I was friends with he was like this really, really good-looking guy, but all he cared about was looking in the mirror. He literally would spend time just look at the mirror, hours, and I'm not kidding. And I realized that guy's cursed. But his life was very good. He ended up doing very good in his life because he was an attractive guy. And attractive people, my theory is they get things. Life kind of comes to them. And that's cool. Like, I don't hate those people because they're attractive, but that would be silly. It would be a waste of my time. Don't think I didn't go through that for a while. but like now it's like, of course, Pokimane, Valkyrie, like, yeah, they're pretty talented, but like, they're fucking hot. That's why they're fucking successful. You know? And so, not to pick on them. You don't pick on Twitch people. I'm not. I swear. They're good. They're great. Please, Mr. Clancy. I'm sorry. Mr. Clancy. You keep Dan Clancy out of your motherfucking mouth, and you keep Valkyrie out your mouth. Sorry, Will Smith. Back to the game. We always come back to the game, ladies and gentlemen. We've got two big games. Well, they're both big games. The game on the left is for 200 million. It's not real money, but it's a lot. But that's a lot. And we just hit a jack on the turn. The jack came up on the turn on the right-hand side. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to raise the roof to $240,000. Oh, this guy might have something here. I'm going to call, though. He's got Jack 3. He's got me beat. Oh, the 5 popped up. Oh, the 7 popped up. I see. We hit the straight. That was very lucky. But it was also a good card. I mean, we had a good card there. So we're now looking at 2.12 now. $1 million on the right hand side. On the left, 200 mil. Two big tournaments. Love this game. This is something that I would want to watch if I was watching a streamer play. I'd want to see somebody playing poker. So that's why we play it. I don't get huge views on this one, but I do it because it also affords me the ability to talk. And I feel like it's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to share or wants to hear you share your personal life, but I think it definitely helps me figure out who the fuck I'm gonna be on this thing, because you know there's personalities out there that are unstoppable. I mean, we were saying this today. Like, when I first started streaming, it's like, should I stream? Like, there's some great streamers already, and I would say, like, notably, you talk about Dr. Disrespect. I mean, that's probably the best streamer there ever was and ever will be. Like, why even try, right? Like, that was kind of my feeling for a while. But then I realized, well, I'm not him. Obviously I'm not, but like, I think there's other people that could identify. One time I was talking to a guy who was a neighbor of mine, and he's kind of a douchebag, but it is what it is, right? But he was telling me, like, hey, I like your stream. Like, he was very cool about my streaming, which surprised me, because he was like, fucking dickhead all the time. And one time he came up to me, he was very friendly, and it was being nice to me. It was like, and he goes, hey, you stream, right? I heard you like, hey man, I like what you're doing. He goes, you know, you're an older guy, man, and I can identify with an older guy streaming, you know? And like, keep doing what you're doing, man, because like, you represent people, you know? You represent something different. And that made me, and that hit me right there, where I'm like, yeah, you know, I've got my own thing I can do here. I'll never be a Dr. Disrespect, or I'll never be like that. But maybe that's just not. I mean, clearly this guy coming up to me telling me that I was like inspiring for him, and he liked watching my stuff. And the only time I ever got money from anybody was from him. He sent me money on PayPal. He sent me money on PayPal. And he sent me like 2 or 3 times. And it wasn't because he's like got a crush on me or anything weird like that. He really liked House of Da Vinci. So I just, whenever he would send me money, I would just buy the Da Vinci games and I would stream those games. So that's what got me into I mean, I already did those games, but like now it's like, it was kind of inspiring, to be honest. Like, it inspired me to keep, me inspiring him made me realize, like, it gave me that courage to keep going, I guess you could say. I was already doing it. I was already up and rolling, you know? But I hadn't even been putting on videos on YouTube at that point. They were just doing it on Twitch. And he was seeing it on Twitch. Then I started putting them on YouTube, and he was like... I think he was seeing him on Twitch. So that was encouraging. That was very encouraging. And there's been a couple, like, not many people have really told me, like, hey man, looking good. But the few that have, it's really helped because those people's voices count. When people are like, keep going, man, you know? You got something good, you got something going there. And that's my thing. If I was this attractive, hot to trot, like, yo, man, yo, I was in touch with the culture, and I talked like, yo, man, what's up, man, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I was somehow, like, I had tattoos on my arm, and I had fluorescent lights around me, and pink hair over here, and blue hair over there, a nose ring, and I had a name like, I don't know what my name would be at that point. Van Pebble's a pretty good name. I think, you know, sure, I could always start doing that, but it's not really who I am, and I think that, yeah, it's just that's not who the fuck I am, man. 15 million? Really? That's a big bet. What have you got? I don't have, come on, 15 million? What are you betting like that for? All right. 1.48 on the right table, 200 million on the left table. We've got a king and a queen on the left table. On the right table, we have queen 9. We have a pair of 9s. And it's weird because you think, like, maybe my parents would be proud of me because I'm doing something like this, but my parents were really kind of made fun of me for playing games. Especially my father's side, my grandfather. He used to kind of criticize me for playing video games. He's like, get a career is his thing, you know? And they just thought I was a loser, really. Which is fine. I mean, I probably was. I mean, at one point, to make money, at the peak of my paydays, at one point, I was taking a part in health studies that would give you medication, and you would be part of a study group. And I was part of one group that was like a month long. I didn't live at my house for like a month. I had somebody else living there anyway, so he was kind of taking care of the house for me. And basically, I just, for 1 month straight, I would take medication, and then they would see how it affected us. It was like, and we got like a good, like $5,000 out of that deal. It's nice, good chunk of money. I remember telling my grandfather about it at the time. I was talking to my grandfather, and he was so like, he gave me a look, because I happened to be like talking to him like face to face, and the look he gave me was like, ew. And he goes, that's what you're gonna do for a living? And I go, no, I don't do it for a living. It does help pay the bills, man. I get big money out of that. And people were just like, what the fuck? Like, I had like a cousin who was like, you know, she was this cute girl. Again, she was attractive, and she had it going on. She went to school, and she was real fast and quick with it, you know? Hey. And she was like a manager, and everybody was like, whoa, she's going places. And it wasn't like I don't even know what she was managing, but like, I just got so tired of dealing with family at that point. I was like, I can't. I'm definitely a loser to these people. I'm always probably going to be a loser to most people. You know, I just don't know what to tell you. Like, I definitely don't think I am, but you just can't worry about what other people think. And honestly, that's the truest thing anyone's ever said. I've heard people say it a million times, and you just go, shut the fuck up, but it's true. You really do have to get to a point where you're settled into your own vision of yourself. Only you can see what the vision is, and you've got to trust it. Only you can see the vision, and you've got to trust your vision of yourself. That's the key, because then when you do become any kind of, and some success will happen, whether it's just like a little bit of happiness, whatever, it's success. And you find yourself doing what you want to do, and then you're feeling you're feeling successful, then you really feel it because you chose it. Nobody can take credit for your success. And I learned that lesson in the military. And I've got a little story about that too. You got stories, man. You got good stories, man, Pebble. Man, Pebble, you got stories. I've got a flush here, guys. I've got a flush on the right-hand side, and I've got to play it. And I played it. There it is. On the left-hand side, we've got 178 million. It's not great. I want to pick up my game on the left, but I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to push. But I do like King 8. I'm going to play that hand. And bet another 10 million? Alright, why not? I'm pot committed at this point. I've got a pair of 8s there. Somebody bets 10 million. I'm not going to bet anymore on the left table. I'm pissed off now. Fucking assholes. They're probably going for the flush. Jack 4, huh? Sure, why not? I've got 100 G's. The right table... Left table will fold here. The right table, we've got... It's not a good flop for us. We're going to fold that. Show him what I got there. Oh, he's got a full house. There you go. Yeah, the things that you learn as you go, it becomes a lesson that only you know, that you're aware of. I was in the military, and this one bunkmate guy of mine, he was a bunkmate. I had no choice over it. He just was my bunkmate. I had several different bunkmates, but at one point there was this one guy. It was towards the end of boot camp, and he just was a dick. He was just one of those guys that they were just asshole. I don't know if it's just because he's a young guy, but anyway, so towards the end of boot camp, we were like a day away from graduating, and the guy goes, "It's a good thing I was here, huh?" And I go, I'm sorry I don't follow. He goes, "I helped you get through this. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have gotten through this boot camp." And it was an odd thing that happened. And I never believed it. Years later, a similar thing happened to me. Somebody tried to take credit for me becoming a security guard. This is 30, 40 years later, and it just sold me even more on the fact that, like, you gotta know yourself better than anybody else, and you gotta stick with that. Believe that. Nobody knows you better than you do. Don't ever fucking take when somebody tries to tell you, you know, I did this for you. That is one of the most evil things you could do to somebody, is try to take credit for their success. You want to take someone's whole identity away from them? Is that what you want to do? You want somebody to think that, like, they really felt like they were chugging along, but the only reason that they made it, that they're there, is because of you. That's not true. It's not true, and it's mean. It's a very evil thing to do to somebody. And that kind of takes away your faith in people. It kind of, I don't really have, like nowadays I have great faith because I do think it's good to believe in people and trust people, but I always have, like I'm not bitter, like I'm lucky because I could have, for a while I was a little bitter, and I don't talk to this guy, but I live in the same house with that guy that did that to me. But it's like, I just know to stay away from that guy, basically. Like I'm trying to be pleasant when I see him, but I know that the guy's a garbage person, you know? That's a garbage thing to do. And I know it has to do with his self-esteem and his own issues. I'm forced to go all in at this point. I feel good about this. Because this meat shake guy was trying to push me around, and you don't push me around. Not with these cards. These are great cards. Oh, but he does beat me with the flush. They're not good enough. Tough loss by Van Pebble. Just as we're explaining some deep-seated stuff. But that is interesting, though, isn't it? And people actually really did do that to me. And I realized that, like, a lot of people do stuff like that. And it's not because of anything that I project. It's just something I was born with. I was born with a nasty disposition. You know how people are like, born on the bad side. I was born, I could never get it going now. You know, the bluesy thing, like, I was born under a bad moon, you know. Like, some people are just, and I'm lucky that some people have it worse. Like I said, they're born without arms and legs and shit. Luckily, I didn't have that disposition, and I'm grateful for that. And I'll protect those people that need help. But I was born with a sort of like a psychic disposition where like people will try to take your shine, people will try to throw you under the bus, they take your girlfriend. God, how many girlfriends have been taken away? Not girlfriends, like if I'm interested in someone, I'll know somebody will just automatically, if a girl's interested in me and she's giving me like a little rhythm, she's giving me like rhythms, I'll notice that someone will be like, ooh, that girl's got some heat. I'm going to try to steal that heat away from him. That's just like, hey, listen, it's an evil world, man. I'm telling you. My experience in life is, we couldn't get it going there. Tough loss. But we did get a second place finish. We got a third place finish, which is good there. We had a second place finish earlier. We're going to join another game here. There we go. And we could try this 850 million. That's a lot. That's a big game. I don't know about that one. Maybe we'll try this one. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. And when I look at like one of the last jobs I had before this security thing was during the pandemic. I worked at a comedy club as a cook. And I saw a lot more of that stuff. Like you want to talk about people backstabbing each other and trying to take each other's shines. Like, I mean, at a comedy club, if you even say one funny thing, somebody will steal it and use it on stage. Like, I was a cook, and I had guys going, "What were you talking about? That idea you were talking about? I like that. Can I use that?" I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was blindsided by that. Like, I was like, whoa. And you want to talk about attractive people, like basically just getting, like, the big thing with stand-up comedy I learned was the open mic nights, where it was a lot of attractive people that were just like, they're very good looking and people really like to look at them, and they were encouraged by people to get on stage and be funny because, hey, people already like looking at you. All you gotta do now is talk. Boom, you got it. And that's the truth. And I realized, like, I'm not really into cooking, so what are we really doing here? Let's get out of this job. So I left the comedy club job. There was a lot more reasons why I left the comedy club job, but I won't get into that now, because we've already talked about it ad nauseum. I was sexually harassed by the building owner. The boss's wife was a cunt. The boss was a crazy guy. The people they hired were fucking insane. The bartenders of comedy clubs are there because they want time on stage. So they're the biggest cunts you've ever met in your life. You haven't met a cunt asshole until you've met a person trying to get into the entertainment business. And stand-up comedy is a small world of that, but it's an ugly world. That like open mic world and all that shit, that's nasty business. Nasty business. And most of the people that do make it are like the attractive people. Or like, you know, they're actors. That basically is what they are. Most people that go into stand-up, they're actors that want to get there quicker. So they're like, well, let me get on stage, and then I can just tell everybody I'm a stand-up comedy. We've covered a lot of shit today. We've talked about a lot of stuff today. But it's all worth it. It's all stuff I've been thinking about. I try to move forward. Sometimes got to get it out there to get it forward. And I think we are moving forward. I mean, I've come to a lot of really good closure with the parents stuff, you know. I don't talk to my parents, but I don't want to. The only way that I would ever talk to them is if they would like give me a call and be like, hey man, like I really want to like get to know you as you, not as some guy that I knew when you were 12 or this person that I think I know, but like what's going on? Who are you? And I would definitely be like, hey, cool. That's nice. I like that. That sounds like a relationship. That sounds like a real relationship. We could just start over. Because I don't carry any bet, but I'm not craving that. I don't want that. In fact, this is a good way to close off this conversation. I had somebody contact me recently who I was really good friends with, and we did talk about this on a stream when we were playing poker. And I lived with him for a while. He was, and I'm not gay, but he's a gay man. He was like a stand leader. So for a while I worked at Arena. I worked as like a cashier and a cook at the place called the Key Arena, which is an arena. It's a sports arena. And basically what we would do is we work for this company called Aramark, and for Aramark, basically they handle all the workers that work in the stands. And so I was one of the workers that worked in the stands, and they would give you a different stand every night. And that's how I met this guy, Victor. He was this Venezuelan dude. He had a really cool personality. Everybody liked him. He was like, you know, the gay, like, you know, everyone just loved his style, you know, and he liked me because he probably was attracted to me a little bit, right? And so, not because I think I'm hot stuff, but because, I don't know, he just seemed to like guys. so he was like, hi, Güero. He called me Güero, which is like white boy or something, which also got tiring. You get tired of being called white boy all the time, especially when I know you very well. And by the way, I'm not really like your stereotypical white guy. Like, I'm not like white power and all that shit. I'm half Italian. I don't really feel like white people like me that much when they get to know me. So most people don't. I mean, don't put me in any fucking group. How about that? But so we became friendly with this guy. And at some point he got beat up for being gay. Gay bash is what they call it. And this is like 2003 or 4. It's probably a little bit, actually it was probably around 2007 and 2008ish, because I started working at a restaurant part-time. So I was cooking at a restaurant and working at the arena at the same time, and that's when him and I not hooked up, but but like that's when he was like, he got beat up and he needed a place to stay, and I thought he was a great guy, so I go, stay with me for a little while until you get back on your feet. And so we were roommates for like 2 years because it was enjoyable, and once you get into a flow with living with people, it's a good experience. But you know, there was a lot going on at that time. I didn't really like my life at that time. I was probably, at the time, 35, 36 years old. Talking a long time ago. And I didn't like the way people treated me in my life, to be honest with you. And so he kind of represents that for me. So when I really think about that character, that person, I don't really want to go back to that, you know? And I hadn't talked to him in a while. He finally, like, left Seattle. I live in Seattle, and he left, and we stopped being roommates just because I was like, hey man, I'm sick of having a roommate. Like, can you just get something else going on in your life? And eventually he did move on, and then he did move from here. And I hadn't talked to him in a really long time, and all of a sudden, about maybe a month ago, I get like a text, a phone text, and he's like, hey Wero, how are you? I haven't seen you in such a long time. What have you been up to? And I was like, is this Mark Wahlberg? And I'm kidding. And so I was like, I noticed lately Mark Wahlberg has a thing he does when he talks like that. But anyway, so I go, by the way, I love these tables. Both tables really cool. Let's just take a minute. Look at that. You got the Great Wall of China on the left, and on the right, a very cool, like, Marlon Brando island going on. Has anyone seen the Marlon Brando documentary? It's very good. Okay, so I get a text from this guy, and he's basically like, what have you been up to? Are you still alive? La 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 la. And immediately I got this text. It was, you would think that the old feelings would come back, which, like, of the times that we lived together, all those feelings of, like, how people used to treat me. But I've really done a lot of good work on myself, and there wasn't a lot of that. It was mostly just, like, I don't really want this guy. I don't want old flames. Like, that's a weird way to say it. I don't want old stuff. I don't want ghosts. Like, I want to move on in my life. I'm a different... I don't know if I'm 100... I'm definitely living a different life. I really like my life. And I basically... Thank God for AI, because I basically talked into my phone everything I felt, and then told AI to just make it grammatically correct and just make it formal, but make it a goodbye letter. And in the letter, I read the letter, actually. I read the letter on stream, actually, but, that was a nice little victory on the left-hand side. On the right, we will fold. We're playing a nice couple games here. We have the same hand at both tables. Isn't that funny? Is it? I don't know. You tell me. So basically, it's just said, and here's what I said to the guy. I said, look, when I think of you, I think of how great the times were with you. You were such a great friend, such a great positive force in my life. But I love my life now, and I don't really want to go back and deal with old stuff, because it kind of... I didn't say this, but I'll say it now. It did trigger a little bit of other stuff. Nothing to do with him, but just he represents old people that I don't want in my life anymore, that are not my life anymore. And if I saw them, I may actually get in a fist fight. Like, there's people that kind of did me wrong, which just for, like, shitheads, or people that did kind of that thing where it's like, I'm the reason why you got where you got, like, weird shit from people, weird energy that, that was not a great time in my life. So if I have to relive those times, it's not gonna. I'll feel like I'm back in that time, and my brain will go back there. And I tried this before, being friends with people, going back and being friends again, and I found that they were treating me in the way that I used to get treated, and I realized right away it wasn't going to work. It's like, yeah, I can't. I've got too much self-esteem now. Like, I don't. Like, I'm on guard against, like, people stealing my soul now, so you can't take anything from me anymore, and I just there's no point really in me trying to have a relationship at this point with old friends. I had another old friend. He was I had a best friend growing up. He's the kid I always talk about when I talk about Nintendo and stuff. When I was a kid, my friend owned a Nintendo. He owned a console, not the company. And his brother was like a couple years younger, and he used to pick on his brother terrible. And one day I just snapped and started beating the shit out of his brother. Not very well. I wasn't a good fighter back then. I haven't fought in a long time, but I bet I'd be a good fighter now. But then, I just was like so pissed, and I apologized later in the later year. In fact, when I was talking to his brother all of a sudden just goes, "My father passed away," and I just wanted to let you know. I know you were tight. You loved my dad. And it was cool, and I sympathized with him, and it was a nice thing. But ultimately, I ended up coming to a conclusion that, you know, we don't really have anything in common anymore. And I'm also, like, not who you think I am anymore. I'm not the guy. I probably was never who people thought I was, but now I'm living my truth, kind of. And we have Jacks here, man. Of course we're going to go for it. I've got the Jacks. Come on now. Let's keep it going. We got this. Good stuff happening. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Big win on the left. On the right-hand side, we've got Jack 10. It's another case where it's like, rather than at this time, instead of giving a letter or a note or going, "Hey man, I don't think it's," I just stopped talking to him because it's like I didn't really know the guy that well. He was a brother to this kid that I was best friends with. And I felt sorry. I always felt sorry for the way he's treated by his brother. And he actually told me, like, his brother still treats him like shit. And I felt sorry for I just like it's tough, you know. The brother was one of those guys that steals the shine. Like, I remember, like, there's just so many things coming to me today. So many ideas and thoughts. But anyway, he was kind of, he would steal the sunshine. If there was sunshine, he would take it from me. He was that guy. And I don't think he meant to. Why do I feel like Theo Vaughn right now? If he was sunshine, he stole my sunshine. I don't think he meant to. This is very Theo Vaughn-y. This is a very Theo Vaughn-y episode of You know what I mean? I just don't feel good about myself. It's like, I guess I do have common. I feel good about myself now, though. I mean, I was probably Theo Vaughn when I was in my 30s. I wonder if Theo Vaughn's an older guy, though, isn't he? Theo Vaughn. Oh my god. I actually got really pissed off at Theo Vaughn one time. Not in real life, but like he did a when he was just coming up as a podcaster, and he was starting to become really popular, and he told a story how this is Theo Vaughn. Oh, I had kings and I lost to kings. That's bummer. That is bummer. Theo Vaughn was doing a podcast, and he was telling a story how he went on the road, and this fan of his came up to him and was like, "Theo, man, what's up, Theo? I love you, man." And he was like, "Yeah, man, cool. Thanks for being a fan of me, man." And the guy was like, "Yeah, man, I'm a huge fan. Hey, this is my girlfriend." And Theo was like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?" And then Theo Vaughn ended up hanging out with those two. And then later in the night, the guy was drunk and left, and Theo fucked the guy's girlfriend. And I remember, for some reason, this is like in, I want to say 2010, 2012. I remember like commenting on the YouTube thing, like, "That's piece of shit. Like, this guy's a fucking garbage guy. I will never support this guy as a comedian." And for years, I mean, even now, I don't like listen to his shit, but it's not because of that. I just don't care. I like things, and I'm a fan of sport teams and things, but my whole thing of supporting somebody and being like, "Yeah, you can do it," is kind of over. Like, I'm supporting me now. You know what I mean? That's the self-esteem talking. You know what I mean? Like, you just get tired of just being everybody else's cheerleader at some point. Like, when am I going to fucking get a cheerleader? I'll tell you what, I'm not going to get one. Good, okay, so I'll cheer for myself then. That's how it is. I mean, that's basically how I feel about it. It's all sunny. It's all sunshine over here, my friend. We don't got any negative shit going on. We're feeling good about it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big one. We're going to bet 260K. We could bet more. We definitely had the straight there. 4 people at the table on the left. 5 people on the table on the right. We got 186 million. We have one person who's killing the game. Meat Shake is his name. And he's doing really well on the right-hand table. Really well. So well. What the hell? I think he was the guy that kicked our ass in the last game we played. So it's interesting, and it's led me to this. It's led me to be sitting here with you all, talking on this camera, playing video games, and really living my best life. And I just want to keep living a better and better life. And I'm doing it now. I see it now. I see the vision. And I'm continuing that vision. And the more that I see it, the more all this other stuff starts to fade away. All these other things, these voices, these noises. I did it. I'm the one that made. I'm the reason why you're successful. I'm the reason why. Nobody can take credit for my successes anymore. Got it? And that's a good feeling. And I'm sure there's people out there who are going through the same thing. I just cut a lot of people out of my life. I have no problem cutting shit from my life. I'll cut you right out. I will cut it out if it doesn't benefit me in a spiritual way. Like, it's a spiritual journey, man. We have a 3 of a kind. We raised it up. This is a good hand for us. The right-hand side, very good hand here. Very good hand. But we lost. No, we didn't. We won. Sorry. But we could have probably won more. We got 215 million on the right-hand side. On the left, with a big player with 3.34 milli. 4-5. I'm going to play that. It's probably not a... That's a terrible... I'm going to fold this as quickly as I can. On the left-hand table, ace-8. There's nothing there for me, but we might be able to win with a high card, and we do not. We lose that. On the left, I'm going to go ahead and fold that right table. We've got 205 million. That's a good place to be. It's not bad. Ace-8 on the left table. King-Queen on the right table. There's the ace that just popped up for us. We're gonna raise it up a little bit. There we go. We got King Queen on the right table. We got 2-2 on the left table. 2-2, huh? Let's play that. Not a great flop for 2-2. He's going 30 million. I'm gonna fold that. And he had a pair of jacks. I would have won that if I would have stayed in because I had a king. That's something to keep note of there. But we're still in great shape on the right table. And there's only 4 people left on the right table. There's 4 people on both tables right now. So we're getting close to that 3rd position. The goal is always for me, try to get top 3 to feel like you're hanging in there. Top 3 is good because at least you get your money back. It's not real money, but it's still good to feel like it's mental money, all right? So yeah, to me it's like at this stage of the game of my life, everything it's important. Everything's important. And if something I feel like, oh, that's a good win there. If something's keeping me down or trying to keep me down, I might not go out of my way to like voice it, but I'm ready to cut people the fuck out. Like, you're gone, you're done, I don't have time for this. That was the thing with my parents. Like, my dad was easier because he just didn't really care. Like, my old man really never cared for me that much. And it's not, it sounds mean, it's not mean. He just didn't. We were different people, and he didn't really understand me, and I didn't really understand him. And he was a great guy to other people, but he wasn't a very good father figure as an adult. There's not really much he could teach me. Maybe it would be fun to go have a beer with him. That would have been fun at some point. I don't drink anymore. That would have been cool to have a drink with your dad, maybe. But I never felt a kinship with him. I remember one time we got together and we played. That's a big bet there. He's got that for sure, though. That was a good win by him, by the way. That was actually a very big win by that guy. He took me for a lot of money there. There was a point where I didn't talk to my dad for a long time. And then I struck up a conversation with him, and then I actually went and visited him in Jersey. Because I was like 27 and I thought I just want to have at least one more final like thing. This could be a relationship, maybe it's not, but let me just go one more time. And I just realized it was a great time that I had with him, but it didn't go like that great. And when I ended up spending time with him, at one point I was playing video games and he was kind of like watching me play, and I could tell like I could feel the distance between us as people. We're just not. There's no real, like, even trying to talk to anyone in my family, it's just we're all so like they have more in common with each other. This guy's got to be hurting because he's got 2 pair, and I've got a 3 of a kind. A 3 of a kind will break your soul. Like, you got 2 pair. You know how hard it is to get 2 pair? To match the board with 2 pair. And here comes this asshole. So here we go. We're playing the Queen 4. We got Queen Jack on the left table. And there it is again, ladies and gentlemen. Big play there. We've got 185 million on the right table. On the left, 4.13 mil. We are in this bitch. We are in this bitch. Yeah, it was, I realized that, you know, it wasn't a negative thing, it was more of a positive. And it kind of what we said at the beginning of this stream, which is like, I just recognized something early on in my life. Or maybe I recognized, actually it was later I recognized it. I love when I do that. Say something and then you completely reverse it. You're like, oh my god. It's like the Steve Martin joke where he goes, Steve Martin does a joke where he says, the Maharishi taught me something. And that is to always, no, it was to never, it's like, which one is it, right? But I learned at an older age that those parents that I had were great for that time in my life when I was a puppy. You know, from like, until I was like 10. And then once you start to get older, it just, there was nothing. And as an adult, they taught me 0. Life skills, 0. I just didn't get anything from them. And it's almost like I feel like, and I'm pretty sure that I am their kid actually, but I definitely feel like I was an adopted kid. Like, who are you people? Like, do you not get me at all? It's not like I felt like I was some clever guy or anything. It's not that. It's not that story. That's a cool story where it's like, I just, like, I'm cool, I'm so clever, they never noticed it. Like, no, I was an idiot. I was a retard, basically. Like, people thought I was retarded when I was growing up. Like, there was a point where I actually went to a school counselor, and they were like, I think your son, something's going on there. It's not, you know, and my parents thought, like, I'm sure my parents to this day probably think, like, yeah, he's a little bit of a retard. Like, they probably wouldn't say that. They would probably say it nicely. And I gotta tell you, like, maybe I thought I was, like, I don't know, I things were tough for me. Learning was hard for me. Like, everything was kind of not easy for me mentally. But I definitely don't feel any closeness to my family at all. I don't feel any closeness. My sister was like a genius. My sister is an author. My sister is a famous. This is real. My sister writes books under the pen name Mary Hart. Or Marie Hart. She's a famous, I say famous, but like, she's very popular. She writes erotic fiction for women. I guess for anybody. And she like self-published. She has publishers though. Like, she like is a real deal. She's a real deal. My sister is. And I just couldn't have less in common with her. Like, I've tried talking to her, and she's just like, I don't enjoy talking with her. She's just not very interesting to me. I'm not interesting to her. And that's kind of how I see it, really. Instead of seeing it like, fuck them, I see it like, we're all just really not gelling here. I think I was destined to be the runt of the litter. By the way, we won the tournament on the left. Great job. Well done. Let's go full screen here. He's got King 9. He's got garbage. I've got Ace 8. Really glad I called it. That's a great call. That's a really good call. Because he's the money guy. You know, oh, there's 800 million. I guess I should fold. Guess what, asshole? I ain't folding shit. How about that? Throw your chips in the middle. You want to see it. Throw your chips in the middle. Come on, let's go. Let's party. I think I was destined to be alone. And it's not a depressing thing. I think when I realized it in like 10 years ago or so, I thought it was depressing because I thought that's how you had to feel. It's that same thing. You gotta have a girlfriend. You gotta do this. You have to do that. This is how life has to be. And I realized, like, it doesn't have to be that way. I don't have to be depressed. I actually feel empowered by being alone. I saw an interview recently with LL Cool J, right? Like, who cares? But LL Cool J was like, you know, the coolest guy ever. Right? Like, arguably one of the coolest guys in my generation. I don't know about your nowadays. And the second, like, he was one of the first guys to be like, he made like a slow rap song and it was popular. You know what I mean? And the song was I Need Love. And people were like, yo, wow. Like, he was a sexy motherfucker, right? Still is, I'm sure. I would know. I don't like guys. And, good answer, Ben Pebble. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is a beautiful moment. Let's watch it and enjoy this one. I'm going to take all your chips, asshole. I maybe made a mistake there because he's starting to rethink it. Oh, yes, he did. He's got King 9. I've got 10-8. Oh, my God. It's so lucky. Dude, that's fucking so stupid that we lost that. But that's the game. It's a game of luck. But that was a good try, though. Shouldn't have won that. That was so stupid. Yeah. Yes. What a game we're playing here. This is great. I'm having fun here. Alright, I got an idea. Let's do this. Let's do a bonus. Let's call it the end of the night for poker. Let's do a bonus stream. The bonus stream is a game that I'm trying to get into right now, and this is what bonus streams are for. Bonus streams are for those games that you definitely are struggling getting into for whatever reason. Maybe you're just not feeling it at the time. It just never seems like the right time to play the game. And then when you do play, it's okay. And you feel like you're going to like the game more than you ever do. But you never end up really liking the game. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to surprise some people. This game that I'm about to play. The game is a Switch 2 game. Oh, I got the wrong gamepad I need to use. The game that we're going to be doing a bonus stream of today, ladies and gentlemen, is a game called Super Mario Galaxy. Yes. It requires us to go to a different scene. Probably gonna have to move the camera around somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble, Mario Galaxy bonus stream. It's about an hour and a half in. Note to self. We've had a good time. We talked about some great stuff. We did. Really good stuff. And I feel at peace with it all, by the way. I feel great about it. Things have really, yeah, really good. Good things are good, man. What we were dealing with there was self-reflection. Press R in handheld mode. Tap. Oh, we gotta pick a world, huh? Well, let's go to Peach. Let's go Peach. Yeah, let's go Peach. Never played this game before. I played it one time before, and I played like the beginning where they show you you chase rabbits or whatever. Anyway, here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Full screen. Finally, you're awake. Let's play. I already caught these guys though. No, I don't want to do this. I did this already. I didn't enjoy it. I did this already. I don't like doing this. I caught these guys. It sucked. I had to catch like 4 rabbits. I don't want to do this. I really don't. I didn't enjoy this the first time. This is why this is bonus stream, guys. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is hilarious. Wait. Fuck. Alright. Who cares? Let's just find these idiots and we'll move on. You're supposed to find the rabbits. And it took me a really long time to do it. It was really annoying. I'm so annoyed by this. It's actually gonna make me do this. Okay. Alright, cool. There's another rabbit. Let's hurry up and catch this thing. By the way, let's have a drink. I don't drink. I don't mean alcohol. I'm Gatorade. Anyone? We got one more. Basically, they're telling us, like, where to go, so that's cool. Okay, cool. At least we caught on better this time. Alright, that was a lot easier this time. Why was I so bad at it the last time? It took me like I couldn't catch the rabbits. I wasn't paying attention. They're like telling you. Okay, here we go. Bonus stream, ladies and gentlemen. Bonus stream. Do I have to talk to you guys? Okay. What do you want? I like to be. I just told everybody I want to be by myself. Now you want to talk to me? Just kidding. Mom is waiting above. Please help her with whatever she has. Okay. All right, let's go see Peach. Miss Peach. Oh, Miss Peach. There she is, very pretty. I've been watching you from here. This place is called the Gateway to the Starry Sky. You sound like my gay roommate that I used to have. My name is Rosalina. I watch over and protect the cosmos. To save your special one, you'll need the power to travel through space. Luma can give you this power. I will entrust you with his care. You have the ability to spin. So let's see why. Okay. Disaster has struck us just as it has visited you. With Luma, I hope you can rescue the grand stars. May the stars shine down on you. Alright, that's cool. I'm digging it. So far, so good. Shake or press Y to spin into things that look breakable. You can even spin enemies to stun them. This is a launch star. Shake or press Y when you're near one to shoot through space like a comet. Now go and explore the universe. There are lots and lots of galaxies for you to discover. Alright, let's discover a galaxy here, guys. Let's go discover some a galaxy. Good to see you. I have some bad news though. See, I had a launch star already, but a meteor smashed it. You can't leave without it, so find all the star chips to fix it. Oh, and be sure not to fall into the black hole. Okay, we'll try not to. Alright. You know what is a little bit annoying about this though? Like, okay, I'll tell you. Oh, there you go. After you break something, you still have to collect it. Like, it's like, it seems like once you break something and the star is there, the star should just come to you. You shouldn't have to, like, I don't know, it is what it is. Gotta watch out for the meteors. We got one more thing we're supposed to collect here. You've heard an additional Mario. You've heard additional Mario. There we go. Now we can go through the star. That was pretty fun. It also makes me want to move my head like this. Get me out of here! One of these enemies should have the key. You can shake or press Y to spin. Hee hee hee, ha ha ha. Once they're done, just run into them. Okay. Oh, cool. There's the key. Thanks. Would you mind rescuing my buddy in that base up there? I'll transform into a sling star. Just jump into me. This is very sexual. I don't know about this. Jump into me? Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. Alright, let's make sure that we're recording this still. Okay. Camera's in the right place. Good, okay. I think the camera should be where I want to see that Mario times 5 there. So I think that's kind of what I wanted to. Ooh, what happened there? Wait, oh. What is that? Everything vibrates strangely. Okay. The music's great. I mean, Mario, like, you know, their music is incredible. I remember I've worked at so many places. I used to work at Benaroya Hall, which is basically where the orchestra plays in Seattle. It's the Seattle Orchestra, basically. And it is. And so I think like every city in America has like an orchestra. So ours is like, it's a big deal to make it. You get paid pretty good to be a professional musician. Like it's like serious, you know? It's like, yeah, so anyway, I worked there as a dishwasher for a couple years, and then I became a security guard years later. It was my first gig as a security guard. But so recently I was a security guard like a couple years ago, and they had whoever the Nintendo there was like a Nintendo musician, and they would play this kind of music. Like for people, like they would just pick all these songs and like literally just an orchestra would play this music. It was crazy. Super in a good way. Like cool, really cool. Let's go. Learning a lot about Van Pebble today. That's your buddy, right? Aren't you the guy that I'm supposed to say, oh, this guy. Spin enemies and run into them when they're stunned to boot them. I already did that. I'm trying to help you, sir. Oh, this is good? Okay. Oh, I got shocked. Shakalaka. Ah. Oh, I can't collect a coin. Alright. Here, can I get this guy? Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Oh, my. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go. Oh, God, no. This game does, though. It makes you do this a lot. That's funny. It does. It makes you crane your neck. Where is that guy? There you go. Little guy. Hurry down here. Alright, this is fun. We've been waiting for you. Hey, it's Mark Wahlberg. I've been waiting for you. Where you been, buddy? Mark, what's up? Dude, people really loved you, man. You came on a Mario Kart last time. I don't know. Maybe it's Mario World. I don't know what it is. I love it. I love you. You're great. Thanks, Mark. And keep coming back to these streams. People love you. That's a Grand Star. We have to save it. Okay, cool. We got to save the Grand Star. They're using the Grand Star to power that awful machine. It looks like it's making something. Okay. Understood. We have to do something before the Grand Star's power is drained, so time is of the essence possibly here. Find a way to stop that terrible machine. Okay, we'll do our best, man. Trust me on that. Believe me. Wait, hold on. Turn off the flip switches on the floor to shut down this machine. What are they supposed to be, yellow? What are you, yellow? I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. What color are they? Is this a puzzle? I gotta figure out the pattern or what? Let's get rid of that guy. Oh, I see. Okay, that's blue. Okay. Maybe make them all blue, huh? Careful here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have turned off the machine. Oh yeah, I do like this. This is fun. I'm glad we're doing it. Oh, we're supposed to talk to him? Yeah, this is cool. By the way, this is the game that everybody's pissed off at? Like, why is everyone angry about this game? Oh, I know why they're angry. I know why they're angry. I'll tell you what I think I know. And you can tell me if you think... You can just hear what I say and... Okay. This is really cool. Really, really, really cool, actually. Wow. Look at this world, man. That's great. You got a star. Grand Star Rescue, Gateway Galaxy. High score updated. Okay. Ooh, you discovered a new galaxy. Hey, great job, guy. Thanks, Mark. I'm doing the best I can. I've been watching your progress. You're doing a great job. You just keep going, man. Don't stop. Don't let anything stop you. Nothing should ever stop you. Nothing can stop you. Thanks, man. You know, you sound a little like Mike Tyson. Thanks, man, Pebble. This is Mike Tyson. Oh, okay. It's a little different. Let's go. The beacon is lit again. It shines weakly, maybe only as bright as a Class 6 star, but at least the poor Lumos will survive now. Oh, thank you for saving the Grand Star. These star people are my family. They mean so much to me. Welcome to the Comet Observatory. It's my home, and also home to the Lumos. You see, we travel the starry skies. We pass by this area once every 100 years, but we suddenly stopped in front of this planet. A strange force had latched onto our ship, pulling away star bits and our power source. Our ship had lost power, so it entered a deep hibernation state in which it could not move. Those who took your special one picked up the power stars and discovered the power to cross the universe. Please. This observatory uses star power to project images of the galaxies that are scattered across space. And there is a chance we can use our few remaining stars to look for other power stars. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm listening, I'm paying attention, but like this isn't like necessarily like really telling me what I need to. I don't really. This is going in one and out the other, but it's not because I'm a dickhead or even dumb. I think I'm quite smart. Just like what is all this? Power stars? There's a chance we can use our few remaining stars to look for them. Okay. The round rooms are called domes. We observe galaxies from domes such as these. But the only one that is working now, powered by the star power you restored, is this one. The terrace. Please go to the terrace. Try to recover the power stars from the galaxies you see from there. Okay, so we're recovering power stars from galaxies, okay? If we do that, we'll be able to restore the Comet Observatory's ability to fly. Okay, got it. Then perhaps we can pursue the thieves who ran off with the power stars. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want to do. And I'm going to end the stream here because I do like this game. We will be playing this as its own stream. So here's what I'm going to do. This is fucking cool as shit. Oops. This is like a chocolate. It's a chocolate star. Alright, let's run around a little bit. I'm going to tell you before we go, this is the end here, but I want to say this. And continuing is what we were saying is, this is what I think people are saying about Nintendo, specifically about this game. They're saying that their problem with this game isn't the game. It's clearly a fucking cool game, okay? It's clearly fucking amazing. Like, it's really cool. This is incredible. It's like when I played Mario Kart World, I feel the same way. Like, I almost feel better about this game than Mario Kart because Mario Kart is literally like you're just racing racetracks, and that's enough for me. This looks like it's gonna have a lot of cool shit. I think the people's problem with this game is that it's too expensive. They're charging like a lot of money for, like, they should maybe a good price for this game is $10. Like, this game is worth $30. It is. I paid $30 for this game. 35 bucks. It's worth it, but I never played this game before. To anyone that's had this game that has to rebuy it, it shouldn't be. It should be like maybe $5. Like, if Nintendo was really cool, they would charge, this game would be on sale for like $5.99 or something like that. Like, why are you gouging people? Like, I get that. I get why people are pissed off about that. We're just gonna run around a little bit. Because I think they want us to, actually. Oh! Hold on. Oh, you can't go on there? Okay. I got it. Can't go up there yet. Okay. I think I'm supposed to go through here. Alright. Welcome. This dome acts as an eye to the observatory. From here, we can gaze upon galaxies. Once Lumen transforms into a star, pull star, he will guide you to those faraway galaxies. Simply point at your star at the star, pull star, and press A. If you lose sight of the, you can reset it with R. Okay. You're playing. Okay. So there's the star. Oh, there's my star. Aim for a pull star with a star. Okay. Then press A to fly in it. Okay, so there's the star. Aim at star and press A. Aim at star and press A. I don't understand. Press A to tap the screen. Yeah, I don't get it. What are you guys trying to get me to do here? Aim for a pull star with a star. Am I doing the right thing here? Aim for a pull star with a star. Okay, I'm not getting what they want me to do here. Here, let's go this way. There's one of those pull star things. Huh? We're about to end the stream. Maybe we'll just end the stream here. Wait, what is this pull star bullshit? Hold on. What the fuck, man? This is annoying. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Gotta figure this out before I fucking leave here. How do you aim for a pull star using a star? I don't understand this Mario World thing. It says the star you're referring to is likely the reflection of a light source on the cue ball. No, that's not what I'm saying. In the game Mario World, it's telling me to aim for a pole star? I don't understand what they want me to do. It says, refers to the game's goalposts at the end of each level to get a bonus. I just don't get it, man. Let's see if we can fucking figure this shit out. What? I know what to do. I know I can't. I'm obsessed now. I need to figure this out. It's not Super Mario World. What's this game called? What is the actual name of this game? Hold on. The name of the game is Super Mario Galaxy. Got it. Okay. Okay. I got it. That's why it's okay, so Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario. Hold on. It's just, I need to just see this real quick. Okay, we haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah, here we go. Wait, hold on. It's not here yet either, I don't think. The gateway of the sky. Okay, all this stuff. I just need to see this part and then we'll go. I just need to see. Excuse me. Okay, we've done all this stuff. Okay, this is where we're. Okay, we're in the observatory. Okay, wait, how did you do that? Alright, Phoebus ran off with the stars. Then he goes into the observatory. It's really simple. And it didn't ask me, by the way, to save my game, which pisses me off. I would have I need to save that. I don't want to go through, keep going through this over and over again. Then he goes down there. Hee hee! And then he goes into the observatory. Welcome. The dome acts as an eye. From here we can gaze upon distant galaxies. Luma transforms into a star. Simply point your star at the pool star. So there's... Point at the screen. Yeah, we gotta get there. I've gotta do that, man. Come on. A big reason why I'm probably having trouble with this, people are like, what are you, like, what's wrong with you? Look, I'm going to tell you something. I'm using a different gamepad for the Switch 2. So the Switch 2 has controls. It has, like, the separate controls that you pull off of it. I'm not using those. I have a special plug-in for this. So we're doing it a little differently. So when they say press R, I don't know if they're talking about... Aim at the star and press A to tap the screen. Okay, wait. Yeah, I don't understand. It's not working for me. I don't know what to do here. I literally, it's not working. Aim at the star and press A or tap the screen. I think it's simply like me figuring out how to use this fucking joystick, which is annoying as shit. Hold on. All right, I'm out of here. We'll figure this out. Hopefully this is something we can... hopefully this is something we can figure out, dude, or I can't play this game anymore. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. And there's a lot to this. I mean, the switch to the fucking controller is different. Everything's just fucking different, man. It's fucking annoying as shit. Anyway. Before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go. We've had fun. We've had a good time. I think that's a game I want to play. It's just, am I going to be able to use this joystick? That's a concern here. But that's going to do it for the stream. Thank you for watching tonight. Let's close it out here in the best way we can. Let's put a little music on and let's say goodnight to everybody. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here with us. We appreciate it. Here's the deal. I don't know if we're going to play Mario again. I have no idea. I'd like to. I got to figure that out. That's crazy. This is a good stream. We played poker. We played a bonus stream. And the goal was to give people that third stream because that's what we do. We stream 3 times a day. We will be streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. and we will be streaming Hogwarts tomorrow. I'm expecting tomorrow to be an action-packed game day. We got some games for that ass, as they say. We have some great games, actually. The Hogwarts game is something I just love, and that's something we might jump into Hogwarts first thing first. That might be the way to go for that. We have plans to play a game called Tape to Tape, which is a hockey game. We need to level up on that game. And then there's a game called Chronos, and there's a game called Clair Obscur, and both of those games are fire. If people are still saying fire, I don't know. But those are great games. I don't, the verdict's not out yet on the Mario Galaxy, guys. As you can see, I'm having issues with the joystick, and it's telling me press R, and I'm pressing R, and nothing's happening. So I don't know, man. This whole thing, man, it's like I just want to play Nintendo games, but I got to use the Switch too if I want to play. So in order to play on my computer, I've got to use a capture card and all this shit, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to play that game or not. Not a big deal, really, though. It's really not a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. We had a lot of deep discussions, but they were such that I have to tell you this. I don't think you'll feel drained after this one. I try not to get on the soapbox or say things that are going to make people feel uncomfortable. I think all the stuff we said, we shared some deep stuff, but it was such that you can continue it with your day and no big deal. By the way, I really like this screensaver here. It's really nice. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Van Pebble, and you can follow me on all social media, and I wish you would. Starting with Twitter. Van Pebble's got a Twitter page. Van Pebble's got a Twitter page. Van Pebble's got a Twitter page. And he said, and he does it, and he does it, and he does it. He does it, Twitter. He does. You know what else he does? Follow him on Twitter because he's great. And also, he is me. And me is Thomas Palbino. If you want to figure out how to support Van Pebble, just watch really the best way to support me is watch my stuff. Follow me on Twitch. You can watch me on YouTube. We're going to put some videos up today. Actually, we're going to put 3 more videos up today. We have 442 videos. Wow, that's a lot. It's about to be 445. We have 42 subscribers. Wow, that's not a lot. We should get more. So follow us on there. Subscribe to us. Also, donate money to Van Pebble by donating money to Thomas Palvino at Thomas Palvino, small letters, no caps. And lastly, you can subscribe to Van Pebble on Twitch. You can. If you have a Prime, if you got an extra Prime subscription, you can, instead of giving it to the streamers that are billionaires already, or the, you know, the big, we all know who the big guys are. They're even telling you now, don't subscribe to me anymore. Don't donate to me anymore. They're telling you. Just people like myself could really use it, guys. And by the way, I'm not begging for your fucking money, but I'm just letting people know that's what this part of the stream is about, to advertise. But we did it. We're done. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff to stream tomorrow. Hogwarts is one of them. That's a big game, and that'll probably most likely be the game we stream to start out with. Everyone have a great night. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself.